everybody. I'm David with Bolivar Live, and once again, it's Real Estate Talk 3.0. I'm here with Norma Smalley, my co-host, major realtor. What else can we call you? Well, I can't say that. Can't say that. But you know, the first Monday or closest to the first Monday, we do a market report, and that's where Norma breaks down sales, how many listings we have, and everything. And it's that time again. In fact, we missed a Monday, but when it's that close, you've got to get all the numbers in.
Right.
So let's talk about the market report and showcase what's going on Bolivar Peninsula. Have you seen any changes?
Yeah, I mean,
Since the election? Phone calls?
optimism.
Optimism?
Optimism. People are really excited about movement in the market, and I just feel it's like in the air. It's just I've been in
Sort of
real
like
estate,
Christmas. It's in the air.
kind of, but I mean, it's really interesting because I've been in the market or in real estate for so long that it's weird. But it's like a vibe that I personally feel. I can feel when there's a downturn. I can physically feel when there's a when things are getting better. And so I feel that it's just the talk on the street is really positive.
Good,
so it's
good.
a good thing.
Well, let's look at this month's market report. There you can see it here. Go through it and tell us what's happening.
So this is from November 1st to the end of November. We have currently 343 listings, active listings.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but there's a lot of homes down here. I mean, they're building all the time. I mean, my gosh, I don't know what it was like 10, 15 years ago. I bet you never had that many before.
In fact, I've talked to other people about this. The most I can remember when I started watching stuff was about 180.
When was that?
That was before the pandemic, like a year and a half before the pandemic. I remember at one time there was 180, and I thought, man, that's a lot of homes because we're only 27 miles long and 2.5, 3 miles wide at the widest point.
We're condensed. I mean, we've packed them in here.
Well, but there's building going on too.
That's what I'm saying. It's constantly growing.
Let's look at the rest of it.
So the current, from, like I said, November to the 1st of November, the end of November, the current active listings, or excuse me, new listings are 43. So we've had, in that month, that 30-day period, we have 43 signed contracts.
Some of those could be,
these are new listings.
New listings. Some of those could be renewals, or all those new listings.
Well, possibly. It could have expired and then they
come back on.
they relisted it. That's very possible.
Okay.
Because homes they sit on the market a little bit longer, but it depends on how long that the agent negotiated the time frame in the contract. It could be 2 months, 3 months, or whatever. I typically do 6 months.
Do you?
So to give enough time to get it sold, but so yeah, you're right. It could be expired, but that's 43 new listings. We've had 5 homes go under contract.
But you know, you and I were talking on the phone earlier. It's that time. Okay, we've got higher than interest rates that are higher than they have been in a while. We had an election year, which it's always down in an election year, and and then we've got the holidays, it's just, I think it's a number of things. And you and I talked about it, and I talked about it to someone else. We went through a year of no stability, you know, because you don't know who, and I've said this in one of the other shows, when people don't know who's going to run the country, whether it's your favorite that won or not, there's still some stability, and everyone's attitude, like you said, since the election has been positive.
Right. It's the not knowing, the limbo, the where the country's headed, that kind of thing. So, and so, I mean, whether it was whichever party it was, I mean, it doesn't matter. People, you're right. People don't really like that lingering, not knowing.
Okay.
And so they kind of hold off on making big purchases. It could be a car, it could be a home, could be a vacation home, secondary home, whatever. So they kind of hold off with it.
Yep. And we've got a lot of investment property down here. And so
this is the list price per square foot. So this just means that, And this is high. I mean, when I looked at this number, again, it's high because this is the average. Um,
So there
but
could be some 250 and there could be
yeah,
some 450 or
mhm,
300 to
yeah,
450.
it's right now it's trending down,
Is
and
it?
yes, it's kind of correcting itself from where it was a few years ago. But this is still high. But you have to take into consideration that this is beachfront homes that
Right.
sell for 400 and up,
Right.
typically, and then you do have some that are in the 200s. Um, and if you're closer to 87, you really need to be in the 200s
Yeah.
for
High
sure.
twos, you think?
Yeah,
285,
yeah,
290?
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just my
Your opinion?
personal
Okay.
professional
You're professional.
opinion. And so the average list price is 625,474. That doesn't mean it's sold for that. It
Right.
just means that it was
Right.
listed the first day at that price.
Okay.
Okay, so it went under contract. That was the price per square foot, 364. The price per.
About $30 less
Mhm.
than what it was listed for.
So you really don't know though what the actual sell price was because
Right.
we don't put that information in until the house closes.
Right.
So, but that just means that the price of the homes were decreased a
Right.
bit before they went under contract. So that
Okay.
doesn't mean it's the sell price.
Yeah. Okay.
For that 30 days, 11 homes were sold.
That's if I remember back right, last year it was like 17 or 19. Because I remember the end of the year, and that might have been December. But 11 homes. I don't think that's too bad.
I mean, I honestly, no, not really, especially for, like you were saying, election year. And
What's going on?
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and in Thanksgiving, I mean, people are.
They're in the holiday. They're really not home shopping in November and December, and
They're ramping
it'll
up.
start back in January
Yeah,
again.
they're ramping up for family time
Right.
and
Okay.
focusing on purchasing gifts and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and then the average sales price for, now remember, this is from High Island to
the ferry, all the beachfront to Bayside.
Correct. So it's 403,668. So that's the average price. And so that's honestly anything like 400 and below. It's kind of a sweet spot. I try to find, when I'm listing at home, find that sweet spot, and sellers don't really like doing that so much. They don't like, they want to think more optimistically. But when you do, then the home sits on the market longer.
I was going to say you can't think like that in today's market.
Oh no.
You have to have a house, and I've talked about this. It has to be priced right. You can't have that attitude. Well, all I'm looking for is someone to come by that promised them their wife a house, and she falls in love and buys it, because there's too many homes out there, 300 and some homes to look for. Yeah.
I know, and then the other struggle that I deal with is that people they almost always say, well, they'll just come in and offer a lower price.
But they may not.
They don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, if you start out way up here and you're willing to go here, I mean, they don't know that.
Yeah.
So you want to be right where it needs to be. And it may be hard to hear.
It'll speed up your sale process.
Typically.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear it, but that's the truth.
Yeah. Average number of days, 73. That's down a little bit, because I think it was higher than that.
So, and this is the way it is across the board. Now, there's some areas in Texas that are selling better, but
you've looked at other areas, and it's all about.
Yeah, but down here, it's a little, I mean, we're unique. So it's a little bit different. But that's pretty much where we are across the board. And then the number of homes that
sales volume,
the total 4,444,300.
It's a lot of money went across Bolivar Peninsula.
Yeah, Yeah. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's a lot of money.
But it's down from last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
High
Island.
Island, Gilchrist, Kaplan,
Okay.
Crystal Beach.
All of it.
Yeah.
That'll work. You know, we're rolling into Christmas. What do you think? What are you hearing out there as far as, are you getting more calls?
Okay, so I was just talking to an agent this morning, and it's the most bizarre thing. In the car, I called her back from a text message she sent me. And so I'm like, I have to call her and tell her. I mean, it's the most bizarre thing. So homes have been sitting on the market down here for a while, and I have several or multiple listings. And I got a call about a particular home, and they're very interested. And then another call about that particular home. I'm like, all this time, and now I've got two people.
Two people.
So I always have this feeling like when an agent calls me and she says, is there any activity on this home? I'm like, well, yeah. And I wonder, do they think I'm lying? Because there really is. And
Yeah.
sometimes I like to show proof that, yeah, I'm actually communicating with another agent about it. But yeah, I mean, I'm getting a lot more. I'm going to say a lot because it's since
compared to what it was.
Yeah, I've got a lot more activity and a lot more calls. So
well, and I know here in the coming weeks, we've already talked about, we've got a couple new listings, and then you've got a few more that you're working on too. So you know, people are wanting to sell. People are wanting to starting to look for next year, because you come in here in January, get through Christmas. Come in here in January, find you a home, you can be in it by spring break.
Yeah, and then they also feel that if they buy it early in January, they can get it to a management company and up into a
vacation rental.
And
Great,
so
great.
People always do that. I hear it. I can't tell you so many times. I'm going to wait till the first of the year.
Yep.
And
it's almost here.
Yeah, just
I don't want to wait much too long.
In a blink. Oh, me either. I cannot wait till inauguration, and let's get busy. Let's get rolling.
Well, if people want to get hold of you, what's the best way to get hold of you?
You can text me or call me. My cell phone, 281-802-49.
Great, great. Well, we do this show every Monday at 11 a.m. And here in the coming weeks, we've got some new homes that are come on the market. We're going to do a Christmas show, and we'll probably talk about 2025. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live with Norma Smalley with Cobb Real Estate. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.